Okay, here we are with a fun technique. This may take you back to when you were playing in the sandbox, but hang on, it's a lot of fun.
Well, all you need to make a textured stencil, which it's 3D here and all bumpy, is some gesso and Tattered Angels spray.
Okay.
This is a 7 Gypsies photo carousel card that I like to play with. And what I did is I did the technique here, but to get this red in the background, I just wanted to show you that I used Tattered Angels. I open it up and I dip my paintbrush in it and I painted the background. So it is Tattered Angels, it's just painted. I like to put it in a cup just in case there was a spill. And with kids around, no, there'd never be a spill.
And you still want to shake it up, right?
Shake it up to get the glitter, which is on the bottom.
Okay.
And on this card, I put some gaffer tape at the bottom. And while I was playing with gaffer tape, I wanted to make a flower. Everyone's making flowers. So I crinkled up some gaffer tape, made a little flower, and then I took some Webster's Pages ribbon and tucked it behind it, which this is what the back looks like, totally ugly. And I put a little flare button on it, and I thought that was a cool little flower.
Those are fun. That's American Crafts, the flare buttons.
And on this is my son playing with the stencil. We used a cloud stencil, and then he sprayed it with Tattered Angels.
And you can see just the one letter now has texture.
And I did the letter too. I did a stencil, just a stenciled letter, a chipboard letter. And I gessoed it, and then I sprayed it with Tattered Angels to get that cool texture. Now this is really neat, especially with the browns.
Now when you get it chunky like that, do you have to keep putting the gesso on, or just the one time you put a lot?
You put a simple chunky gesso, and you're going to spray a lot of Tattered Angels. So if your kids are around, it's great because they can keep spraying and spraying all they want, and you get a fun look. So let me show you what I did right now. But these are what I use. I use these Cosmo Cricut chipboard pieces, and another cool is Basic Gray. Their chipboard pieces have this great thick that you can use as stencil.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a little flower. What I did is I took a piece of paper and I cut out so that when I spray it, the flower is the only thing that's going to get colored, like the cloud. Like here, we put the cloud down and you can spray all around it and it doesn't matter. But I just want the flower to be, so I've got a little background so that the whole page won't be textured. And I'm going to use a little yellow bicycle journal tablet. I love these tablets, and I've used almost all of it. And I have a gray one here. I'm going to put a flower right down at the bottom. So let me get my box and show you what we do. All right, here we go. I'm going to put it right down in the corner.
Now you're working in a cardboard box. Why?
I'm working in a cardboard box because I'm going to spray with Tattered Angels. And I know I would normally transfer it into the box, but so that it comes out correctly for this video, I'm putting it in the box. This is Claudine Helmuth's Gesso. I always call it the wrong thing. And I'm just chunking it in here. And before it dries, you can wet it. I kept going back and spraying it different colors if I thought it was too light. So really, there's no right and wrong. Just have fun with it. All right. Now I'm going to spray it. I have some Viva Pink and some Olive Vine. I thought I'd try to get the bottom of it green, which it really doesn't matter too much. And then the flower, I'll do some pink. And I'm going to let it dry. So I sprayed it about 5 times because the ink really soaks into the gesso. And it's really liquidy now, so I'm going to carefully pull it up so I don't have to wait any longer. And there it is. Now I see that I've got little color around the sides of it, and I'm like, oh, so hold on, let me get some more Tattered Angels. Let me add some sherbet, which is really light, so it looks like now I did not make a mistake. And in between each color, I dried the gesso so that I would see that it soaked in and it wasn't really giving me a lot of color. And on the top here, I just added this sherbet, which is a very light pink, so you can barely tell that there's like some blobs on the side. And if I was more professional, I'm sure I wouldn't have had those blobs, right? But isn't this cool? And now it's got a 3D and it's all textured. It's still a little bit wet, so I'm not going to run my finger over it, but hopefully you'll try it and have some fun with gesso and Tattered Angels, and come to BlueMoonScrapbooking.com.